We have finally got our new adaptation of Spider-Man with Spider-Noir, the live-action TV show starring Nicolas Cage as um, a alternate version of Spider-Man, but in this universe he's called the Spider instead of Spider-Man, and instead of being Peter Parker, he is Ben Reilly. You can watch it in black and white and color. I was gonna watch it in color, but the second I was about to watch it, I was like, I'll just watch it in black and white. And I thought it was really good. I will start this video with this, but I'm going to take this off because sometimes it is hard to talk in that. So I'll just be like this. I know this isn't like the right hat, but it's the only one I have that looks kind of like it. But anyway, so obviously Nick Cage first played Spider-Man Noir in Into the Spider-Verse, which is not my favorite movie. I know a lot of people love it, but I do not. But he is one of the best parts of that. He's really good in that. And obviously this isn't the same version of the character, but it's like the same like type of character, like Spider-Man Noir, Spider-Man, like you get it. But I was excited for this, but I was also a little bit like, I don't know like if I'll like it a bunch or what. And I loved it. I thought it was amazing. I thought it was really fun. And Sony, like, I liked Craven. I liked all three Venom movies. Morbius was watchable, and Madam Web, like, at the same time was like watchable, but like it was also bad. Like, I probably won't watch that one again. Morbius is I can see watching again, but probably not. And then the Craven and Venom movies, like, I do enjoy. And obviously, they've made Spider-Man stuff. Like, they made the Tobey Maguire movies, which, even though I think that they're all extremely overrated, I do like, and I do have nostalgia for. They made the Andrew Garfield movies, which are just, like, perfection. And then they make the Spider-Verse movies, which a lot of people think is, like, are some of, like, the best things ever made, but, I don't, but I haven't hated what they've done as much as other people. But that being said, watching this, I am kind of like, so what you're doing is like you're showing that you could have made something like this the whole time, and instead, without like, you know, giving us more Spider-Man adaptations, you were making Morbius and Madam Web and Craven. I'm not going to say Venom because I do think that Venom is a character that, like, is good enough to stand on his own, and, like, a lot of people know him. Like, Venom's, like, the one that I can get, and, like, even though, like, Kraven the Hunter, like, I enjoyed that movie a lot, it's still, like, so instead of, you know, like, giving us The Amazing Spider-Man 3 or giving us something like this, you make those, and then you make Into the Spider-Verse. Good to know. But hopefully, because they got a lot of hate for their Spider-Man universe without Spider-Man, hopefully they decide to start doing a lot more of these. And I mean, this year is already promising. We have got this. In a couple months, we got Spider-Man Brand New Day. A couple months after that, we have Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. And then, I don't know, but depending on whatever, a version of Spider-Man will hopefully appear in Avengers Doomsday a couple months after that. So, safe to say that we're doing pretty good. But Spider-Noir is the first live-action Spider-Man series since the 1977 show with Nicholas Hammond. I'm pretty sure it's Nicholas. I get him and Jonathan Hammond confused. I think it's Nicholas, but like John, like I don't even know who John Hammond is. Is it the guy from Jurassic Park? I don't know, but I get their names. But I think it's Nicholas. But it's the first live-action series since then, so it's been a long time. And it's safe to say that I like this one a lot more than that one. Even though I did like the Nicholas Hammond one. Like, I thought there was stuff I liked about it. I like this one more. Nicolas Cage as Spider-Man was or like Ben Reilly, Spider, whatever, was really good. Like, I thought that he was fun, he was entertaining, he was doing his Nicolas Cage thing, which I think is pretty enjoyable. I think that when you get the backstory of his character and, like, why he quit and then, like, ultimately how he got his powers and everything was all really interesting. And, like, there's still things that they kind of leave, like, a little ambiguous to, like, explore down the road. Like, just like the way they talked in a couple scenes, it's like, is there an entity that is like giving him these powers or something? Like, I don't fully know, but I think it's interesting. You get Robbie Robertson in here, who I thought was pretty good. I don't really have like a bunch to say. Like, he's just like the newspaper dude, but he hasn't really had that many adaptations, and I think that he was really good in this. You get Janet, who is like a new secretary for Ben Reilly, and in the first couple episodes, I wasn't fully sold, but then as the show went on, I was like, okay, I'm starting to like her. And she was pretty funny. And then the like other good guy is this kid who like shows up here and there and helps Ben Reilly with stuff, and he was pretty cool. Like, it's kind of cool seeing like a version of Spider-Man like have a kid that helps him and stuff, but he didn't really do anything besides that. The anti-hero is Cat Hardy, aka Black Cat, even though she never becomes Cat Hat, but that's who she's supposed to be. She was fine. I've heard a lot of people saying like she was one of the best parts of the show. I don't necessarily agree with that. Like, she was a fine character, but I wasn't really like wowed by her or anything. You get Sandman. He was pretty cool. I still like the Thomas Hayden Church version more, but I think that this version of Sandman was pretty cool, and I felt it leaned a bit more into like the tragic side, but I still like the Thomas Hayden Church one more. You get Silvermane as like the big bad, and he was pretty cool. I did like his accent, just like the way it sounded and everything. I thought was pretty cool. And but he was just like a regular dude, like Silvermane in the comics and in Spectacular Spider-Man, unless no, it was him in in Spectacular Spider-Man, like he has like a mech suit type thing that goes on him, and in this he's just like a dude. So like, obviously it's not gonna be like a comic accurate one because this isn't like a full on like superhero thing, but like I thought that how they did him was good. Megawatt is a villain in this. He has only had one comic issue appearance before this, not even like a run or anything. He's had one comic issue, and in that issue he's like an actor and everything. In this he talks like an actor, so I think that they got him mostly like around the same. He at first was a character that I was like, he's not gonna be my favorite, but he was kind of like charming in like a funny way, like, oh, he's kind of funny. And the longer it went on, the longer I was just like, he sucks. Like, I hate it. He was so annoying and stupid, and I just hated him so much. But safe to say, he's probably like the only character in like the main cast that I actually hated. And then you get the other like big villain of the series, who's not exactly a villain, but like you understand when you watch it. But Tombstone is in this, and obviously Tombstone has been adapted before. He was in the 1994 cartoon, which he was fine in that. He might have been in like previous ones, but like I'm going over the ones that I've seen so far. I will catch up on all of the shows, at least the ones I can watch, before Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 2. I'll try and get like all of them, but like I don't know if there's a couple that I won't be able to watch or whatever. But he was in that. He was in Spectacular Spider-Man, which I thought he was pretty good in. He might have been in the 2017 show, but I don't remember. Same with Ultimate Spider-Man. He hasn't been in the MCU yet, but he will be. And he was in Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 1 last year, and that was one of my least favorite parts of that season, even though a lot of people thought it was one of the best parts. That being said, he was spectacular in this. I loved Tombstone in this. I thought that he was done extremely well, and ultimately the way they wrap up his character and everything was satisfying and just cool. So, like, for most part, all the characters I liked to some degree. The only one that I would say I didn't like at all was Megawatt. The black and white I thought was pretty cool. I thought that the way they filmed it and everything was really cool, and just like the detective style and everything was nice. I know there's the colored version, which I might watch, but like the black and white was just really cool. That like when I rewatch it, I might do that. I do hope this comes out on Blu-ray, because it's with Prime Video, and like shows that are on Prime Video like sometimes are a little bit more like willing to do Blu-rays, where like Disney ones aren't, and Netflix and like stuff like that. But like it would be cool to have this, and if they do that, I wonder like it would be cool to have like the both on this the colored and the black and white. That would be cool as well. The action was really fun. There were some shots and everything like during the swinging or the action and everything where like you could tell like the CGI at some points was just like a little off, but like not like it ruined it. Like I can see when CGI is off, but it never like really ruins it for me unless it like absolutely sucks or like I don't like the movie, so I can just like the CGI. But like I'm just saying like I could notice at points, but it never like made the show worse. But at the same time, like the action, there wasn't like a bunch of it. Like there was a good little bit of action in the first like little bit, and then at the last little bit there was, but in the middle, like there wasn't a bunch of action or like Spider-Man stuff. But I think that the show, like, it doesn't really like make you think it's gonna be like an action show. It's more like obviously it's a detective show, so you expect like detective type stuff and all that, like stuff like that. And then it's also like a character show where you're like kind of getting shown why Ben Reilly is now not the Spider and instead is just Ben Reilly. And I think that his backstory was really well done, and the way that he got his powers was pretty good. And there were a couple moments throughout like episode 5 and 6 where it's just like it got kind of creepy at points, and I was just like, I've never seen that before. And to the point of not seeing anything before, I'm kind of just like, if I think of something, I'm gonna say it. There were some camera shots and everything that I don't think I've seen anything like before, and it was cool. Like there was one in episode 7 that looked kind of like a comic book, like with the different like sections and everything, and I thought that was pretty cool. And like there's just shots throughout the show that I think are really good. And like the show as a whole is just so much fun. I really hope that we keep getting seasons of this, and I really hope that Sony starts doing more with like actual Spider-Man characters, like maybe like more shows, more movies, and like whether that be animated or live action. Like I just want more Spider-Man stuff. I think most Spider-Man fans do, because like we do get Spider-Man stuff. Like it's not like we're not getting like nothing, but like I would like a bit more, because like your friend neighbor Spider-Man Brand New Day, and Spider-Man Noir are what's going on. Well, and the Spider-Verse trilogy, but like whatever. But like for like the biggest superhero of all time, I feel like 3 projects isn't like a bunch. Now it's better than nothing, but like I feel like just with Spider-Man in general, like I feel like he should have a little bit more. But that's just me. But I do hope that what Sony takes away from this is that people want more like Spider-Man stuff. So I really hope that this gets a lot of like views, because I think that's like on streaming, like views equals like money and blah blah blah. But like I really hope that a lot of people watch this and Sony realizes that this is what we want, more so than like Venom and Craven and Morbius. And to be fair, like I don't even know why they thought we would want Madam Web. Like the other stuff I can get, like Morbius, like Vampire, like I can get that. Venom, it's Venom. I can get that. Craven the Hunter to an extent I can also get. But Madam Web, really? But I would like more, like, because there's like a bunch of different versions of Spider-Man that it would be so cool to like see get messed around with. And like I do hope this show goes on for a good couple seasons, because as I said, it is the first Spider-Man show live action since 1977. And that's just weird to me. Like for like Spider-Man, like one show, whatever. At least he's got like the animated shows. But yeah. But I think that all the storylines and everything that they did were pretty good. They all like were just entertaining, and like there were a couple points like where maybe it slowed down a little bit, and then there were some times where it would be with like other characters, and I would be like, okay, we could cut this down a little bit, maybe focus on Ben a little bit more, but like that's just me. as a whole, I gave each episode like a 4 out of 5. Like, they were all like really good. But like the season as a whole, when you look at it like as a whole, is like 9 out of 10, like 4.5 out of 5. Like, it was really good, and it's one of my favorite seasons of the year so far. And like, I don't know what else to say. Like, it was just great, and like, if you haven't seen it yet, I would recommend it. And especially if you want more stuff like this instead of like Spider-Man villains but without Spider-Man, I would watch this. And yeah, black and white, I would recommend that first, and then the colored one. I guess if you're gonna watch the color one first, like, I get that, but I would probably watch the black and white first, just because like that does feel like the right one. And it was TVMA, which was a little surprising, because like it did use the TVMA like thing sometimes, but it felt a little bit PG-13ish. Like, not that it's a bad thing. Like, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I think that it was like TVMA because like some of the like things in 5 and 6 got a little bit horrific, and then like there were things here and there that they said that like they probably couldn't say in a PG-13 thing. But like as a whole, like, except for a couple of moments, like it didn't feel like TVMA. So it's like I don't really know what that was for. But at the same time, like, I get it. Like, there were scenes that needed it, but like, you know, at least I'm pretty sure it was TVMA. It said TVMA on my thing, so don't blame me. But I enjoyed it. Oh, and the suit is really good. I really like the suit. The mask just looks good, and then he's got the hat, and like just to get up, like, the suit is really cool. It's probably better than the 1977 one, even though I do like that suit because it's like comic booky, but I think it's probably better than that one. I would say it's better than all like the homemade suits. I don't know if it's might slightly be better than Toby's symbiote suit, and possibly even better than his regular suit, or at least at this, like, they're very close. Anyway, like, but like that's probably about it. I will have a ranking for the 5 live action Spider-Man, so the 3 like theatrical ones, Nicholas, and then Nicolas Cage. Nicholas and Nicholas. But that's probably the only Spider-Man video I have for this, because I'm saving a couple others for Brand New Day and Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. But anyway, I don't know if I have much more to say, but I hope there's more, and I'm excited to see what else comes from this universe, and what you guys thought of it. So tell me what you guys thought of this season in the comments, and yeah, Spider-Noir was extremely good, and I'm happy to say that because, as I did say, I did get a little bit worried that this might not be my thing, but thankfully it was, and I would definitely recommend this. But I will have one more video for this, and then I'll have to see if there's anything else, because I don't know if there was any other movies or anything. As of right now, like, as filming this, I should check, but I don't know if there's any movies or anything that came out that I'm gonna watch and then will be reviewed, but there might be, but even if there isn't, June and July will be pretty big months, and then like the last little bit this year will also be pretty big, so that's nice. But yeah, I will see you for my ranking of all live action Spider-Mans, and I'll leave you with one thing: Spider-Noir is absolute cinema. So I'll see you in the next one. See ya.